Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually on the radar. Not many people talk about them. Think at least you should do your research, try it for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you, and this is the House of Al Haramain. House of Al Haramain is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, perfume house from United Arab Emirates. They've been around for more than 50 years and they have a super extensive perfume lineup in their portfolio, and I unboxed and reviewed many of their fragrances before, and for the price they are super impressive. So this one in particular is called Oudh Burma and 75ml. It's Eau de Perfume, and I bought it myself, so they didn't send it to me. This is not a sponsored video. I don't get anything out of it. No money exchange, no sponsored, nothing, not even the product itself. I bought it myself. Retails for £100, and I was so curious because it says Oudh Burma. I thought I had to get it. Okay, so before I do the unboxing, please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrance like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems. So without further ado, let's go. Super heavy box. It looks wooden to me. As always, attention to details with House of Al Haramain in terms of presentation is top notch. You don't need to go very far to realize how good they are in terms of presentation, because if you go to European brands and you're getting £100 perfume, you won't get presentation like this. You have to go much higher price to get similar presentation to this one. So very heavy box. Sorry about the noise when you do unboxing. Anything about it. Okay, so it looks wooden. Not sure it's a real wood or some sort of pretend wood. Says Oudh Burma. The plaque is metal and is gold. Details in the back, and it opens. So you take this thingy off, and then look at this. Wow, beautiful, beautiful. Just don't want to drop it. So presentation top notch. It looks, it opens like a gallery. Very attractive in the hand, very attractive in the eye. Very heavy box and very thick, either wood or some sort of pretend wood. And the bottle itself is beautiful. It's looks like a pebble. So it sits in this gallery, which is velvet inside, and it closes again like this. So in terms of presentation, for what you pay and what you get, top notch. This is a 75ml bottle, and look at this beauty. So very super heavy bottle. It's about 2-3 kilo. Bottle itself, it's got a metal on top and thick glass, and top it says Oudh Burma Al Haramain, and it's wooden, and it's wow. It's a magnetic cap as well as wooden, so that is very interesting. Very good. And let's see the atomizer. Here we go, golden atomizer. It's a pressurized atomizer, so it's a very good atomizer. Here we go. So Oudh Burma by Al Haramain. Here we go. First sniff, first impression. How is the smell? Woo! It's filling the room. Okay, first thing hits me is spiciness of it. Spicy, sweet, amber, woody, a little bit of greenness to it. Wow, beautiful, very classy. Okay, here we go. First impression. Wow, gorgeous. Absolutely beauty. So it didn't let me down. It says Oudh Burma, and I can detect some oud in here, although the oud is not the biggest player by far for a first impression, but you can feel the oud. The oud in here is very friendly. It's sweet, spicy, resinous, it's above earthiness, but not funky, not challenging, not barnyard, none of those. Although it says Oudh Burma, and usually Burmese oud are quite animalic, in here I don't smell animalicness whatsoever. So sorry about the coffee, I still got a cold. So excuse me. Overall, it's warm, spicy, sweet, little bit of earthiness and resinous. To some extent it's dark, but it's not super dark. It's a medium dark. It's a moderate darkness in here. Wow, gorgeous. I smell something like patchouli in the base, so it's giving it a little bit of chocolatiness, a little bit of even coffee smell. Not much, but there's a chocolatey smell to it, and it's a dark chocolate rather than milky chocolate, and a hint of dustiness in here as well, but there is no powderiness. So it's a hint of dustiness but no powderiness. And the amber in here is a very deep amber, so it's a deep, dark, gooey, thick, sweet, spicy amber. So it's not one of those fluffy amber, okay? So it's a deep, dark, dense, down to earth amber. So you need to like this kind of fragrance to enjoy this. But overall it's super classy, at least for the first impression. Yeah, super classy, very spicy. The spices are giving it warmth, and this giving it this body of gooiness as well, and the warmth. And I smell something like cumin in here. Yeah, smells like a cumin, maybe cardamom. Yeah, it's a combination of few things. A hint of cinnamon as well, but cinnamon is not biggest player, and also it's quite nutty. So I'm smelling something nutty as well, but the nut is not almondy nut. It's more like hazelnut, or maybe even something like nutmeg. So it is quite nutty, spicy. Wow, but it's layered. So it is very layered. It's quite complex. In the meantime, is not challenging, but it is not everybody's cup of tea. So this is for people who like their deep, dense, thick, earthy, resinous, warm, gooey, sticky, ambery, spicy, sweet, earthy, and woody fragrance. So this is quite complex, quite layered, and to my nose this is quite on the mature side. I wouldn't think a young nose would appreciate this. I would say 30 and up to be in the safe side in terms of age. In terms of season, definitely cooler weather. This is just shouts winter, and this time of year, which are we in the middle of winter, and this works perfectly well. In terms of gender, masculine, but if you like this kind of fragrances, it is targeted unisex. To my nose it is unisex, but it leans masculine. So if you like your spicy, ambery, earthy, woody fragrance and you're a lady, you might enjoy it, but to my nose leans masculine, at least for the first impression. The oud in here is very friendly oud. It's not challenging, it's not barnyard, it's not anyway funky. So it's a very friendly, it gives it that resinous feel, it gives it that warmth, it gives it that darkness in the base, but it is not overpowering by any means. Let me read you the ingredients and see what we get in here. So that was my first impression. Let's see what they say. So we're going to Al Haramain themselves. Okay, so we're getting woody, yes, and cardamom, lavender. Okay, so cardamom in here, I could smell something very spicy and deep, although it's not only cardamom, but cardamom is definitely there, but I'm feeling something like cumin as well, so giving it that warmth as well. In the mid we have leathery accord. Yeah, it's quite leathery, but the leather is here is mainly come from the oud. The oud giving it that leathery feel, but there is no leather accord in here. I don't feel leatheriness, but I feel something leathery. What do you call it? Leathery accord in here overall. Amber, yes, very very deep, dense, resinous, sweet, spicy amber, and it's quite dark and gooey and sticky. Tonka bean, yeah, definitely there's a tonka bean. As I said, there's a nutty feel to it. The tonka bean here giving it that nuttiness and also the sweetness overall, but it is very very well done. It's very balanced. It's nothing out of place, nothing shouts out, nothing's too much, nothing's too little. Super well balanced, and you can hardly pick them up to, unless you're a trained nose. It's very difficult to pick these things up. So in the base we have benzoin. Yeah, it's got a sweetness. The sweetness of benzoin and tonka here working well together. Although it's not overly sweet, it's a moderate sweetness, but it's down to a classy level. It's not juvenile. It's not shouting. It's not too sweet. Vetiver, yeah, there's a green aspect to it. Although overall this is not a green fragrance. It's mostly ambery fragrance rather than woody, rather than green. But there is a green aspect to it, and the greenness in here again is a dark green. It's like more like leafy rather than grassy, and it's not a fresh one either. It's a dark, dense, earthy green to it. Okay, and ambergris. I don't smell that much ambergris, although this is the first impression, so I'm not getting that much ambergris. There is no wateriness in here. There is, apart from the lavender, there is an aromatic feel to it, aromatic component to it, but again it's not a big one. Again, it's done very well. It goes very well with everything else, but there is no fresh note. There is no citruses. There is no fruitiness in here, although there is a dry fruit feel to it. Yeah, a hint of dry fruit like dates, like raisins to it, but that's again is mainly come from the amber accord and also the oud in the base, rather than fruity notes or fruity accord. So overall, superbly done, beautiful. To my nose, it's quite unique. I don't think they are going for anything inspired by anything or anything like that. Although when you smell it, you smell some component of it which reminds you maybe of some other fragrances. Obviously, because amber is very widely used accord in fragrances. But on its own, it's quite unique to me. I never smelled anything like it. So if you like it warm, if you like it gooey, if you like it sticky, if you like it quite sweet but not overly sweet, it's balanced with everything else. If you like it spicy, this is a big on the spice, big on the amber, and a big on the woodiness. And the woodiness come from mainly the oud in the base, which is as it says, Oudh Burma. But it's not animalic, it's not barnyard, it's not challenging whatsoever. In a funny way, the oud in here is super safe, but the other components could be a little bit challenging for some people, like the spices and the amber in here. So I would say this is not a safe blind buy. You have to try it before you buy it. But if you are a person who knows what they want and they like what I described, and you're quite a mature person, and you are like me, somebody who's been around fragrances for a long time, and you like something quite unique, quite different, and something very very nice and balanced, and good perfumery, good ingredients. The ingredients in it are superbly well. It smells natural to my nose, no syntheticness whatsoever. It's opened up beautifully. So very very nice ingredients in here, very high quality, very good perfumery, very good mixture of ingredients in here. And for 100 ml, 100 pounds for 75 ml, for this kind of quality, the first thing that hits you is the quality of it. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. but there are a few caveats. One, this is for mature nose. I said 30 and up. For some people could be a little more on the challenging side. Overall, this is not a challenging fragrance, at least for somebody like me who got so many fragrances. But for some people, it could be a little bit on the challenging side in terms of the spices and the amber in here. I smell something peppery. Yeah, it's got pepperiness to it as well. Okay, so pepperiness, spiciness. So overall, woody, definitely, quite resinous, quite sticky amber in here, and very spicy, nutty, peppery, hint of aromaticness in here, and a hint of greenness, but not too much. And the tonka bean and the benzoin working well together, giving it that sweet earthiness as well, and the nuttiness, and the overall is a little bit leathery as well. But the oud in here is doing most of the job in the background, lifting everything and rounding everything together and giving it that different facets, plus the amber. Okay, so for the first impression, yes, I'm absolutely loving it. This is up my alley. I'm a middle-aged man, I'm a Middle Eastern man, and also I've been around fragrances for a long time, so this is definitely up my alley. Hint of what do you call it? It's like a hint of tobacco, but this is like a leafy tobacco rather than sweet tobacco. But again, it's quite complex, quite layered, is multifaceted, and it's very hard to pick up notes because it's blended so well together, and the ingredients is very, very good, and everything shouts quality, and the presentation to match. So age, as I said, quite mature. In terms of season, definitely cooler weather. In terms of occasion, this is definitely opulent. So going out, special occasion, evening, close encounter, and things like that. This would be travesty if you use it for casual, because it's so beautifully done. And in terms of who is it for? This is again for people who appreciate perfumery in the highest quality and highest artistry, but in the meantime it's quite easygoing. It's not very, very challenging whatsoever. I highly recommend it for the first impression. In the next video I'll let you know the longevity, the development, and things like that. But for first impression, this is a beauty in a bottle, and I'm so happy I bought it myself. Yes, absolutely gorgeous. Okay guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons. This way help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems. This beauty is definitely a hidden gem. If you want to purchase one of my own perfumes, I'm a perfumer myself. I make my own line of perfumes from the scratch to the end product. Nobody else is involved. I'm the perfumer, I'm the artist, I'm the worker, and everything done by myself. Nobody else is involved. And there are 20 of them, and they're all different from each other, and they are highest quality for the price you're paying. Plus, they are ultra beast mode and big personalities. Okay guys, thank you very much as always, and I'll see you later. Bye.